welcome to your weekly Independence Update. I'm Lauren Culver. On the week of June 24th to the 30th, the library is putting on story time activities. For instance, one of the events is Wee Wiggler's Story Time. Bring your 2-year-old for simple stories, finger plays, songs, and more. Contact Melissa Henry for more information at 248-625-2212 or at henrym@indelib.org. Every community has their own set of heroes, including Independence Township. On June 24th, from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., come to the library to learn about one specific hero, the mail person. Here they will learn through stories, rhymes, crafts, and sensory. This program is for children 2 to 4 years old. From June 24th to the 27th, the Monster Box Theater in Waterford is hosting the 2015 Metro Detroit Fringe Festival. The festival includes comedy, music, and other performances, submitted from across the country and performed by local talent. Tickets are $10 per day. For event schedules and tickets, go to www.detroitfringe.com. As a business owner, your life really becomes a juggling act of responsibilities. You have to ensure the success of your business as well as making sure you invest in your family's future at home. It can be difficult to address each of these needs. On June 25th at the Clarkson Independence Library, financial advisor Kevin Cook will be giving a presentation on how to manage these multifaceted tasks. This event will start at 6:30 p.m. Looking for something to do on the weekend? Well, the Clarkson Chamber has geared up for another exciting summer of concerts in the park. On Friday, June 26th, the Ritmo Project, a Latin group, will be headlining in Depot Park. The concert is free and open to the public and will begin at 6 p.m. Headliners start at 7 p.m. Visit Clarkson Chamber's website for a full schedule of this summer's performers. Since 1999, the nation has been celebrating a pretty cool holiday on the first Friday after Father's Day, or June 26th. Take Your Dog to Work Day. This day is made to celebrate our great companions and to encourage adoptions from animal shelters. Each Saturday from now until October 10th, the Clarkson Farmers Market will be open to the public from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Shop around for some wholesome, locally grown food. It is located at the Clarkson Community Education Building on Walden Road. The market will be closed on the 4th of July. Interested in performing in the Clarkson Village Players Fall Play? On Sunday, June 28th and Tuesday, June 30th at 7 p.m., the group will be holding open auditions for The Seahorse by Edward Moore. The Seahorse is a love story about tough, fiercely independent Gertrude Blum, who operates The Seahorse, a rundown waterfront bar infrequented by sailors like seaman Harry Bales, her former tenant and lover. Harry wants to start his own business and start a family, but Gertrude may not be ready. For more information, contact the director, Al Bartlett, at 248-840-9141 or at albartlett2001@yahoo.com. On Tuesday, June 30th, Friends of the Library is sponsoring a limited edition quartet performance. This will be a combination of barbershop, Broadway, doo-wop, folk, and gospel. The performance will take place from 7 to 7:45 p.m. at the library. Also on Tuesday, June 30th, from 11:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Mr. B's Roadhouse, the Clarkson Chamber is rallying to support local restaurants just by going out to lunch. Everyone is welcome to join. They also encourage you to start your own lunch rally to support local restaurants. All you have to do is pick a day and, of course, pick a restaurant. And that should do it for this week's update. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, if you have a story or information you'd like to share with Independence Update, please contact us at 248-623-3661 or email our office at update@independencetelevision.com. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next time.
Hi everyone, Pat Kittle here, coming to you through the magic of Independence Television. Wanted to spend a couple of minutes just briefing you on a couple of things happening in the community. First, and what's on everybody's mind, is the I-75 Sashabaw Road construction project. And if you thought things were crazy, well, wait till tomorrow, they're going to get worse. South Sashabaw will be going to one lane just south of the Mobil gas station, and will be continuing that way until you get past Walden. So any of you southbound commuters in the morning who are trying to pick up I-75, you might want to start looking for a secondary route, because things are going to get backed up. You can visit our website for all the new construction schedules and dates at www.indtwp.com. And again, when something is newly updated, we do have it highlighted in red, so you don't have to be scanning through everything all the time. Moving along, one thing I did promise you is after the last Township Times, I did say that I would get back to the community with some of the feedback that I had received when we floated that idea about a 2 mil, 4-year dedicated road tax to mill and repave the 5 primary roads in Independence, very similar to what was done for M15. And be honest with you, the initial feedback really kind of surprised me. And as bad as Proposal 1 got blown out of the water, it is like the exact opposite for what we're kicking around right now as an idea. And again, while a response of 20 does not constitute a statistically significant amount of respondents, 75 to 25, in my opinion, is a pretty solid trend. Then when you really start to get into some of the details, you actually start to pick up some pretty good ideas, you know, if and when we do take this idea to generate a ballot proposal. And again, we're not doing this yet. What we wanted to do is make sure that we're on the right course, and we do put all of the verbiage that we need in a ballot proposal to make sure that it does fulfill the requirements. And again, it's from a positive perspective, I'm just going to read this. My wife and I are residents of Independence and both support the proposal. It's simple, it's clean, it's badly needed, and Sashabaw Road, particularly north of Clarkson, is an absolute nightmare. I'm all in for improving the township. I'd also be happy to volunteer my time to accomplish this. I did have a couple of people, you know, offering their services. I'm all in with the road tax. While other communities can wait with their hands out, we can take matters into our own hands. Great idea. And the road proposal is a good idea. My only concern is that the state may cut our fair share that we usually receive. And I wasn't sure if this was a positive or negative, so there was a negative comment that I included that had similar type of stuff just to kind of balance it and keep things fair. The negative comments, and again, I grabbed 4 here. No. All these little bits like the DIA tax, library tax, police tax, fire tax are killing us. They add up to a lot of money. Please find a way to get these things done within your existing budgets. Second comment was, I guess you didn't understand the message of Proposal 1. Michigan residents pay too much in taxes. Maybe you should figure out how to reduce spending. We also know that a temporary tax is never temporary. While after 108 years, the Spanish-American war tax on our phone bills was finally repealed, it lasted more than a few lifetimes. The state legislature just passed new bills that direct money to roads. Let's see how that works out first. Third comment, while I agree that improvements are required under roads mentioned in the article, I do not feel the road additional $200 per year for 4 years will work well. Do we get that back for credit once any amount of substance will trickle down to the township level? Let's see, I do spend some time on Sashabaw in the afternoon and notice most of the cars going north go on to other townships that begin in Oak Hill and beyond. And then the fourth one is, sounds like a good idea if the planners and engineers would build, not repair those roads mentioned. Do it right, build the roads with better composite concrete, not a layer of asphalt. Hold the contractors responsible for their work. Let's see, and we are going to be paving for roads forever anyway. They are part of the infrastructure. Let's do them right. You know, all great comments and all valid concerns that, you know, somehow, way, shape, or form we have to address. And I did meet with RCOC and talk to them about the concerns about the township getting the short end of the stick if we do this with future road projects. And they manage their processes by priority. And that is, they do the worst stuff first, and then they try to disseminate the money as equally and fairly as they can. And what they told us is, you know, even if we were able to take care of the primary roads, where they would be putting their concern is on the secondary roads then, to make sure that, and you know darn well which ones they are, because they're all, there's some in really rough shape, that's where they would be putting their efforts. The next slide is kind of telling, it's just a little summary of what was being proposed in the paper. And again, it would be a 2 mil 4-year tax. So if you've got a market value of $200,000 and a taxable value of $100, it would be roughly $200 a year. And that would get you about a 5-year lifespan out of that fix. And while that doesn't sound like a lot, this is what it would cost to rebuild the roads. And it's a whopping $52 million bucks. If there's any good news out of $52 million, $10 million of it is engineering expenses, which RCOC said that they would pick up. But that $42 million would get you road milled down to basically the bedrock, where the binders would be replaced, the top coat would be replaced. That would get you a 15-year life of the roads for a net $42 million cost to the township. So again, this is where the big $30 million question comes in, as shown on the next slide. What's the return on investment? What's the smart move? Do we move forward with a $12 million 5-year fix, or do we spend over 3 times that amount for a 15-year fix? And again, one of the questions that came in from the residents on the response about getting stiffed from the state. If and when the state ever does come up with a road funding plan, and I know they're talking, and there's a lot of smart people up there trying really hard, it is hoped that in 5 years, maybe enough funding from this $1 billion that they're talking about, might start to trickle down to the township, so that at least the next time that we have to do this, that we would pay less. That's not a guarantee. But again, it seems to make sense, because there are so many crazy things going on in the state, and there are so many areas that are incomplete, that need to be replaced in our road infrastructure. Those first couple of years are going to be taking care of the crisis situations first, and it's going to be a while before we start to get anything of substance trickling down to our level, and that was confirmed with both MDOT and RCOC. So we'll see what happens with that. So again, just another thing just to showcase to what RCOC is doing in the community. This is about the Maybe Road culvert. As we explained before, the road culvert was collapsing. This was something that we asked not to have done at this time, because we've got all of the craziness going on with I-75. But basically, we were told that the RCOC was concerned about this culvert collapsing and potentially putting somebody at risk. So at the end of the day, what does a $500,000 culvert repair get you? And I got a couple of pictures here to kind of showcase a little bit about what this is. This is one half of the road. This pipe is over 65 feet long. It's 6 feet high. About half of it's buried here. And again, I kind of took the picture with the bulldozer in the back, or the earth mover, to kind of put things into perspective a little bit of just how massive this project is. Next slide, please. Showcases it from another perspective with another earth mover. And again, the next slide actually showcases a couple of guys as I'm looking down the culvert. These guys are 6 feet tall, and this pipe is over half buried already, just to kind of give you some idea of just how big a project this is. And that this is all structural aluminum. It should last forever, what these guys are telling me. And then what you see on the back over there are aluminum pilings that have been put in, and that will be the level of the road when they actually fill this thing over. But with all of the recent rains, and while this is normally a small trickle of water going through this culvert, it was a 2- and 3-foot raging river multiple times throughout the course of this construction project, which has done nothing to help meet our deadline of the 26th to be completed. So again, from an overall perspective, this is what you get for $500,000. And while it was supposed to be done on the 26th, it looks like they're going to need a few extra days, and they're now saying the end of the month. So kudos to RCOC for stepping up. I know they're short of cash, but again, like I said, they handle projects by priority, and they deemed that this was a priority. So with that, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.